Is Social Security dead? Is it broke? Man, it just seems like it's just rampant with fraud right now. Um, I think it's something we need to talk about because a lot of people rely on Social Security to get by in their senior years, and we have all been paying in. Anybody who's watching this channel, for the most part, is in their 50s, maybe 60s, maybe 40s, and we've been paying in for a long time to get these benefits, and now it just looks like it's not going to be there when we need it. And we've been paying for a lot of folks for a lot of years. And boomers are all set to retire, and we have to worry about it. Now all of a sudden we can't even count on Social Security, the involuntary tax that we have to pay, and now it's not going to be there for our benefit like it was supposed to be. And not going to get into the political issues of it because that's not what this channel is about. It's about talking about the real issues that retirees face. And so I'm not going to, politics is not part of this. This is just, we're talking about right now the fraud and the waste, I think, and those kinds of things that have been frustrating for all of us to find out about. And it's been going on for years, and it's really bad right now as we're finding out more and more things. But now Social Security has been one of those things that's been relied upon by so many people for so long. And now we're talking about the fact that it was going to be insolvent by 2035 or something anyway. Well, now we're learning more and more about the fraud and abuse that's been going on, probably who knows how long, for decades. And I'm not saying any of this stuff that we're hearing in the news is true. I'm not here to vouch for Doge and Elon Musk or any of those things. But if they're even close to being right on any of this, it's no wonder that Social Security has got problems financially for the rest of us. They're talking about they found 20 million plus people that are 100 years or older. There's like 4 million of those people are between 50 and 59. 150 and 159. It's ridiculous to even think that there's 20 million centurions in the country, let alone the world. Okay, I mean, it's ridiculous to think that that's the case. The last time that the Social Security Administration was audited last year, the results came in that they knew for sure that they had wastefully spent $72 billion just last year in improper payments. And that's because they failed the audit. And they still can't recover and recoup about all of the audit information that was found. There's still $23 billion that's missing from the last time they had their audit that they can't justify or find yet to tell us what's going on with that. But of these 20 million or so or more alleged centurions that live in the United States, all of their paperwork is marked as false in the death field, which means that they're most likely, we know for sure that the Social Security number is still live. Now, whether they're actually still getting a check or not, that's why I say, I'm not saying I believe all of this information yet. I do believe they found the fraud. I believe they found a bunch of it. What we don't know for sure is that just because the serial numbers or the Social Security number is active, that they're getting a paycheck still from the government for Social Security benefits. That we don't know. But the fact that there's people on the books that they're older than the Constitution with Social Security numbers is ridiculous. And they brought the receipts. So I've seen some of the information in the news reports that have showed that these things are real, and that's true. So it comes down to, is Social Security going to disappear as we know it? Well, it was already in trouble, and now it could be worse. And what bothers me the most is, like I said, we've been relying upon this, and a lot of people rely on it almost solely because they didn't save, they don't have pensions like I have or some of us have, and we don't know for sure how bad off these folks are going to be. And what really disturbs me is that we don't know also how many people have been getting Social Security that don't even deserve it, never paid in, that have gone on and gotten Social Security disability. And yes, maybe they have real problems and can't work, but they're taking the money out of our pockets that we've been putting in for all this time. So it's an issue for a lot of us. And another part of this is that they can't even link the payouts properly between the Social Security Administration and the Treasury Department, so that the Treasury Department can do a successful audit to find out where the money went and all those things. So here's the takeaway. And I actually had a different video plan for today, but I think this is a hot topic that we need to talk about, and that retirees and upcoming retirees need to know about. Is the takeaway is, don't overvalue your Social Security benefits. I don't care if you run the numbers and it tells you what your 67 age is going to be. For me, that's 7 years from now, a little over 7 years from now. That means there's only going to be 3 years based on the current projection that I would get full benefits even at 67, because by 2035 it's going to be in trouble. So we just don't know what's going to happen. And I think that if you're still got 5 or 10 years before you retire, you may want to consider doubling down on your 401k investments or your savings or whatever you are doing. I repeat this every time because I want you to be clear. I want it to be clear. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to give you that kind of money advice. When I talk about money things, it's just using common sense math. Stay within your budget. Know what your expenses are. Know what your income is. Do they cover each other or not? And if they don't, you need to make changes. And it doesn't matter to me how you make those changes or if you do them at all. What I don't want happening is all these people thinking that they can count on Social Security, because we've known for a while that it's an issue. We know that it's been a can that's been kicked down the road by both sides of the fence. So I don't blame or Democrats or Republicans. Both presidencies and Congresses are to blame for not fixing this problem and making it solvent. What I'd like to know is, are they going to use their brains, and are they going to find creative ways to be financially secure and surpass this issue? Because there's been too many smart people in Washington to not run numbers and do math and figure out, how can we save this program with what we have left and what we know we have obligations for? And can't we make investments just like we do with our 401ks? We have to use sound financial advice to try to figure out what's the best path to take with those. Why can't these smart people do that? And it makes you wonder if that's because they don't care enough, or they don't want to find the problems, or they're not going to fix them. So I know it's a hot political button right now, and I'm not on either side of the fence in this video to care. I'm obviously a conservative Republican otherwise, but like I said, both administrations on both sides of the fence have never fixed this problem, and they've known it's been an issue for years. So we're getting a lot of news about it. I'm sure you're going to hear a lot of other YouTubers talking about it, because it's a big deal and it's a hot topic. So don't count on your Social Security, folks. We don't know for sure how long it's going to last. Hopefully they'll find the root of these problems and fix them and make it good for all of us, and so that way they can make good on the money we've paid in. All right, so as usual, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, be nice to each other and everybody else. We're not going to talk politics necessarily in the comments either, please. And leave a like if you like the information, or follow if you're like what I'm trying to do here. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you next time.